Good morning, everyone. It is Tuesday, November 10th, and I was just informed that on this day in 1969, Sesame Street debuted. How cool is that? I think that's something that we can all kind of think about back to our childhood. At some point, either in your childhood or maybe a child or grandchild, that was a big part of your day, was watching Sesame Street. Maybe you had all the little stuffed animals or some of the toys. But the thing that is really cool is that you can still find those toys. Kids still love that. It's amazing. So pretty cool fun facts for the day. So we've been talking about this for over a week now, but tomorrow is officially Veterans Day, and what an important day that is, November 11th. So lots of activities going on around the community. I hope you all take part in that. I know that there are a few breakfasts going on. I know Sunnybrook is having a breakfast for veterans, but Hy-Vee is also having a drive-through breakfast right here at the main Hy-Vee on 2nd Avenue. I am told that you just literally drive in the parking lot and you will be directed on where to go. It's going to be super easy and safe for everyone, but still an opportunity for Hy-Vee to honor our veterans and give them a little free breakfast. So if you yourself is a veteran, I hope that you will come out and enjoy the breakfast. I know that it will be delicious. I eat breakfast at Hy-Vee a lot, so I have never had a bad meal, and I am sure that they have something really great planned for all of you tomorrow. If you don't have a ride, find one, right? I mean, there's got to be somebody that is available to drive you out here. I know the bus system comes out here, and we'd love to have you guys. If you know a veteran and you're watching today, make sure that you let them know that they know that tomorrow, not only will there be a breakfast from 6 a.m. until 10 a.m. here at Hy-Vee, but also Matt told me that they're offering 15% off tomorrow. So anything in the store, you can get 15% off if you are a veteran. So how amazing is that for our veterans? And he also told me that you can get that same deal if maybe you do your grocery shopping online. Go to Aisles Online, and in the promo section, the code is Veterans Day 20, and that will give you your 15% off of your groceries for being a veteran. We thank you so much for your service. I'm looking forward to the breakfast tomorrow and to seeing so many people that definitely deserve the day and deserve to be honored. So don't forget about the breakfast tomorrow or the 15% off if you're a veteran or if you know someone. Last call also, if you want to send in photos today to be shared on the show tomorrow. I hope that you all will. If you're a veteran or if you know someone that is a veteran, please send in photos for us so that we can honor them on the show as well. I am excited to see all of those and go through them and start putting them into a slideshow. So looking forward to that as well. So today we have some pretty special guests. They have an event coming up, and I'm sure we're going to talk about that, but also how cool is it that we're going to have a satellite office for the Salvation Army in West Liberty? That is amazing. I'm looking forward to having that offering for the people in that community, maybe a little bit easier access to the services that the Salvation Army has. There's so many services that are offered through the Salvation Army. So today we have Mike Ruby and Jacqueline McCoy. You go by Jackie, correct?
Sure.
Okay. So thank you guys for coming on the show to chat with me about this.
It's our pleasure.
Thank you, Ashley, for having us.
Yeah. So I heard that this has been kind of in the works for a while, right? I mean, getting a satellite office out to some of these smaller communities.
Yes, we started talking about this almost a year ago. For many years, the Salvation Army was more focused on the city of Muscatine, but it is the Salvation Army of Muscatine County.
Yep.
So starting last year, we made a concerted effort to offer our services countywide.
Yep.
And this is one of the results of opening up this outreach satellite program starting Thursday in West Liberty.
That's awesome. I mean, it's literally right around the corner. And so, am I right that you're going to kind of be heading up that office?
Yes, it's really kind of very exciting. When I came on board, that was one of the things that we talked about is expanding. And it's funny that you should talk about this is the day that Sesame Street started, because Sesame Street is all about community, right?
Yep.
And that's what the Salvation Army is all about, community. And so we recognize that our community is made up of a lot of rural citizens who need services. And that while little towns have sort of a greater, well, I don't want to say greater, but they use a lot of community in-town resources, they can still experience a lag in services that they don't get because they're not in Muscatine City. And so the Salvation Army has had a history of bringing the services to the people instead of expecting the people to come to the services. So along with First Church United in West Liberty, we're going to do this collaborative effort so that they're going to allow us to use office space, because in West Liberty, First Church is already kind of known as a place where they can get services. They have their local food pantry there. So this Thursday, we're going to have our open house. Everyone's invited to come, 4 p.m., and we'll just talk about our services, and we'll actually just give people an opportunity to talk with me and to tell me what their needs are. And right away, we'll start. Then we're going to be there 2 days a week as we get started. So on Mondays, 10 o'clock till 1 p.m., I'll be there. And then on Thursdays, they have a food pantry in the evening. So I'll go a couple of hours before the food pantry starts at 4, and the food pantry starts at 6. So it gives people an opportunity. If some people can get to me during the day and some people need to have an evening time, then that gives them a couple of different opportunities.
Yeah, that's awesome. I love that you guys chose a location that the community already sees as kind of a resource and is used to going there. I'm sure, you know, they have like it has that familiarity that is really nice when you're already are familiar with. It's easier to kind of meet new people and reach out for those services.
We're very pleased that the church has agreed to offer our Salvation Army the office space, because it'll be a good fit.
Yeah.
And I was able to do some legwork, if you will, in West Liberty prior to this. And the community is really pumped. They're so excited. It has been a welcoming meeting with people. Gretchen Nolan she's a member of our board. She has been instrumental in connecting me with people in the community. Kara Dennis, the communication director from the school system there, has been very helpful, already putting our information out throughout the school system. Lupita, who is an at-risk advocate for families from the ISU extension for the school system. We have had great conversations about how we'll work collaboratively together. The important thing to understand is the Salvation Army never goes in to take over, but always goes in to add. So we're not there to take over. We think West Liberty is a great community. We're just there to be an addendum to what they're already doing and to just be there to serve them.
And there's no point in recreating a wheel, but adding to that wheel is always adding a little air, if you will,
and that's
to the
exactly
wheel.
what we're doing. Actually, last year was the first time we actually had the red kettles located in West Liberty, and the residents just grabbed right onto that opportunity. They supported it in a big way, and I think their goal is even bigger for this year. So. We have a lot of support from West Liberty, and in turn, we want to give them our support.
And I mean, talking earlier about just the array of services that Salvation Army has, and we're all familiar with that here in Muscatine. So are all of those same services going to be offered up at the satellite office, in West Liberty, or how will that work? Are you kind of starting off with a few specific things, or will it just be kind of, we're the Salvation Army and we're here to help, and these are all the services that we have?
Absolutely. We are the Salvation Army, and we do think that we've been in this community since 1892 in the Muscatine County community.
Wow,
serving
1892.
people. Yes,
Yeah.
since 1892.
You guys are older than Sesame Street.
Oh, absolutely. When you talk about Sesame Street, I feel very old because I was married in 1969. So I did
Not to Big Bird.
I did not
Yeah.
watch Sesame Street as a small child.
Right.
That's for sure.
Yep.
But so one of the things in talking job, and one of the things that we want to be is that long-term kind of case management. My title is really changing now. I was known as case manager, but we're kind of changing it to family advocate, because that's really what I'm doing, is advocating for families. And West Liberty has done a great job of having avenues for crisis intervention. But in order to sustain people and keep them out of poverty and move them up into a more financially sustainable lifestyle, people we find need ongoing case management. And with the Pathway of Hope program, we found statistically that if a child spends more than half their life in poverty, they become a part of a cycle that continues into the next generation. So the Pathway of Hope wants to pick up from where crisis intervention stops to long-term advocacy for a family, to move them out of chaos and into not just surviving but thriving.
Yeah, stability.
Right.
Like just having that.
And so with that, we're going to do things like help with energy assistance, help with rental assistance. But there's things like budgeting skills, job searches, resume building. I can teach people basic computer skills. Looking at long-term goals that are individualized, because everyone has different things that they want for their life.
Right.
And we'll walk through them. And we understand that life is not linear. Oh, would it be great if it were? But it's
2020
not.
would have never happened if it was linear.
It goes up and
Dream
down.
on.
Yep.
So Pathway of Hope gives us the opportunity to build long-term relationships
Yes.
and walk through those cycles of up and down.
Yep.
And we fail forward. We fail into success. Failure's not a bad thing. It's just an opportunity for a new avenue to succeed.
Yep. Kind of like when one door closes, another one opens idea. I love that, because it's easy for us to see someone in need, in an immediate need, and help fix that need right then and there. Like, we're out of food. I'm hungry. My family's hungry. Okay, yep. We're going to get you all the food you need. And it's important. But it's also important that we make sure that they don't have to get in that position again.
Right.
How do we teach them those resources so that they can just begin to learn, okay, this is how I budget? Because really, I mean, the schools have so much to teach our children. And if it wasn't something that you were taught at home, and you don't necessarily know that as an adult, how do we teach our children how to budget? If that wasn't part of what you were used to. So how awesome that's something that you guys
we're very excited about this.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah.
So all sorts of services, and you'll be able to find out more at the open house.
Absolutely.
But what other ways do they find out if Salvation Army can help? If they're a resident in West Liberty and they want to take advantage of some of your services, how do they find out, like, if this is their need? Oh, yep, Salvation Army can help with that.
Well, always you can call First Church United and leave a message, and I will. My goal is always to get back to people within 24 hours. You can call the Salvation Army here in Muscatine at 563-263-8272. And I am one of these people that believe that I'm here to serve. So you can call my cell phone number at 563-607 2134. You can also email me. I believe that people have lots of ways of communicating. So I want people to understand this is not a 9-to-5 job. This is not a 9-to-5 position. In this day and time, I will take an intake at 9 o'clock when people have gotten home from work, they've had dinner, they've put the kids to bed, and they finally have a minute to breathe. Then you can call me. We can do an intake over the telephone. You can text me and say, hey, I really need diapers. Is there any way I can get them? We can do virtual meetings. We can Skype. I believe that opportunities are vast, and I'm going to take advantage of that to meet people's needs.
Yeah, that's so awesome.
Yeah, it's very exciting.
Wow, it is exciting. I love
is.
listening to you talk. It's making me excited even more. Just the ability to do it kind of your way, in your comfort zone, whether that's, I mean, sometimes it is. It's easier for someone to send a text saying, I need a little bit of help than being face to face, or vice versa. And so how awesome that you guys are offering all of those different ways that people can ask for help. The last several guests, we've been talking about it's okay to ask for help.
Yes.
And people don't know that you need help until you ask for it.
Right.
And there are so many people in the community that are just like longing to give help. And so in a way, you're doing a favor to someone else, because some of us are sitting here waiting, like, okay, who can I help next? What can I do next? And waiting for that next mission. And if that can be, you, because you have a need, or your child has a need, then you're doing someone else a favor too.
That's right.
Right.
We expect several success stories that will come out of this Pathway of Hope program, and it's a win-win.
Yep.
It truly is a win-win, and we are excited to be a part of this.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
I tell people too, if people aren't taking advantage of the services that are being offered, then maybe those services leave and go somewhere else. So make sure, if the need is there, that's why the satellite office is going to West Liberty, because you guys want to help, and so if those services aren't taken advantage of, then what's the next step? So make sure that you're taking advantage of this amazing program so it stays in the community and builds and grows. And
Absolutely.
Right.
It's such an amazing service, and it has been in the city of Muscatine for so long.
It has.
And so how cool for it to be going out to the rest of the county and reaching some of those people that may not be able to make the trip into Muscatine.
Absolutely.
So
that has been a real stumbling block for a lot of people, that they need the service, they want the service, but that 18 or 20 mile drive from West Liberty to the south end of Muscatine to the office has been kind of a challenge. So as Jackie said, we do not expect them to come to us. We will go to them and meet them where they are and go from there.
Yep. Yeah, so amazing. I am excited for your open house. I hope that it is just full of a line of people just waiting to see how amazing this is.
That would be
how
wonderful.
Awesome that church is offering up an office for you and opening its doors even just a little wider. It's cool how that can happen and how a community can come together to meet the needs of people.
Yeah.
I love that. I feel like we would be horrible if we didn't mention that what we were talking about before we went live about this is the season that we start really raising money, and the kettles start going out. You're going to start seeing those, and you're going to, down at the holiday stroll, it's going to look a little different this year, but the big kettle will be down there and raising awareness that...
Yeah, it will be a little different, but nevertheless, the opportunity is still there.
Yep.
There will be kettles distributed very soon throughout the city of Muscatine, as well as in surrounding communities throughout our county.
Yep.
And it's going to be a very challenging year. There's just no question about it. And the need is there. The need is greater than ever before. So we are really depending upon some very generous givers this year to help us launch our 2021 year of programming, and who knows what that's going to bring.
Yeah.
We would never have thought a year ago today that we would have been in this situation. So
Yep.
we have faith, and we're going to do it, and we're going to do whatever it takes.
Yep.
And if we can all work together as a team,
Yep.
we will succeed.
Yep.
And if I might, I would just add that in this time, we've all had to learn to work a different way, so you can give online.
Yes.
Absolutely. And some of the big news is that Walmart has agreed to, at least on their online services, and I think also at the cash registers, that they will offer the opportunity to round up
Yes.
to the next dollar. And I had that first experience last night.
Yes.
My wife and I, we ordered an item online at Walmart, and just when we clicked on checkout, it said, do you wish to round up?
Yep.
It was 46 cents, I
Yep.
think, or something like that, to the next dollar,
Yep.
to the Salvation Army. And then there was a little place that says learn more. We clicked on that, and it talks about some of the good works that the Salvation Army does.
cool.
So it's very exciting.
Yes.
It's a new source of revenue that we will have to rely very heavily on for this year.
Yeah. Well, and so many people are doing online, whether it be here at Hy-Vee or Walmart or, all of those different Aldi's, whatever it might be. And how important is it that, we can offer the online? You can give online. You can also
Yes.
sign up to ring a bell online.
Yes.
And people are doing those things. So they're getting familiar with the online services. And Hy-Vee is amazing. I mean, we're doing freezing for food again this year.
Right.
And so that'll be bigger than ever. Thank goodness for places like Hy-Vee that will step up.
Absolutely.
Oh, they're some of the strongest supporters that we have.
Yep.
We're very, very thankful for them. Yeah.
But you can also sign up online to ring a bell at any of the locations. So you can do that online, or you can do that by calling the Salvation Army if you're not familiar or
that's right.
you're not comfortable with doing things
Exactly.
online. Call down and sign up a time for you or your family to ring a bell for an hour or two.
Well, there have been studies that have said that you collect 15 times more the amount of money in a given hour if somebody is actually staffing the bell,
Oh, yeah,
rather
that
than
makes-
just have the bell just totally isolated, nobody around there, people would just simply walk by. So that is why it is so important that we have people agreeing to be at the bell.
I was talking
Or the-
to Greg last week, and we were talking about how cool it is when people offer up their talents at the bell. Somebody will be playing the guitar
That's right.
and singing, or and you don't have to do that. Some people wear fun Christmas hats, or it's something that just draws your attention
That's
to
right.
the kettle, and
right.
that's what it takes, because it's like anything. If we pass something over and over again in our day, or when you're driving down the road, things start becoming kind of
That's
a fog.
right.
You start it's part of your
Yeah.
routine. And so when someone's there ringing, or someone's there singing, or dancing
Or
around,
somebody there
or
with
just-
their Labrador puppy or
Yes.
whatever, they will stop.
Yes. And it kind of gets us back, snaps us back to reality. Like, oh,
Yeah.
I need to
Yeah.
grab my change out of
That's-
my,
yeah.
jeans or whatever.
You're right.
I really believe that we're going to meet the goal. I think through freezing for food, through toy time, through the kettles, I think that our community will come together, and I think that we'll meet the goal, even though
Well.
it's bigger than ever. The need's bigger than ever.
That's right.
As well.
Well put.
And I would just like to say, first of all, really thank you for letting us come. But Muscatine, I'd like to say to you, thank you, because whenever there's a need in this community, the citizenry
right.
steps up in a mighty big way. And we thank you, because every time you step up, you allow us to help someone step further in their pathway to hope. So we appreciate you, and we love you so much for all ways you support the Salvation Army, so that we can help people.
Yeah. It's such an important organization in our community, and thank you guys for the work you do, for accepting calls no matter when they come in. And oh my gosh, it takes really special people to do that. So great job. So I have a couple things that I have to ask you to do before we sign off for the day.
Okay.
First of all, Toyota of Muscatine always sponsors the show, and gosh, we couldn't do this without you.
Sure.
You know, you said that to the community, and we can't do the show and offer up a platform for people to talk about their services and to talk about all the great stuff in Muscatine without our sponsors like Toyota of Muscatine, CBI, who sponsors Lutheran Living, and of course Hy-Vee, who sponsors the show and also gives us the Market Grill Studios, we call it, to have the show. So this is called What's in the Box. Okay. And the idea is, so you'll stick your hands in, and there's an item in there, and you'll pop open the front doors after you close your eyes, and you feel it, and you figure out what you think the item is. So do you want to do it, or would you like to be What's in the Box?
Makes no difference.
Okay. There's that.
Either way, either side?
You can put your hands in both sides. Yep. Okay. And then you'll close your eyes so that you can't see that TV and feel around and see if you can guess what is in the box. Sponsored by Toyota. Feel around in there.
It's some kind of snack treat.
Makes a lot of noise.
It is noisy.
Yeah, it's some kind of snack treat. I always want to say some like gummy or candy or something like that.
So I'll give you a hint. Today is Top Care Tuesday. Are you familiar with Top Care brand?
No.
So it's like a medical brand. They offer different medicines, things like that. So that's your hint. It may be from the healthcare section. Oh. So you were kind of, you were going in the right
It's
direction.
a good protein type snack to eat or help your stomach. I don't know.
Wait, yes. Yeah, you're getting warmer.
So it's some. I hope it's nothing to make you go to the bathroom.
No, we would not do that to you. Maybe we would, but not today.
I'm going to say it's some kind of treat or some kind of health thing to help your stomach, indigestion, to help it fight indigestion.
Antacids.
Okay.
Look at that.
I'm impressed.
Yeah.
Oh, antacid chewables.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. It would take a pretty good guesser to be able to guess that exactly, but so every day we have a new item in the box, and it's just kind of a fun way to end the guess part of the show. Sure. And that's sponsored by Toyota of Muscatine. And today at Hy-Vee, it's Top Care Tuesday. That's why he chose a Top Care item. Sure. So you buy one item and you get the second one for half off. So kind of a dual purpose here this morning. But again, thank you guys so much for coming.
Thank you.
And for offering these services in our community and now our county. I mean, like just
That's
spreading
right.
the giving even further.
Yeah, this is big.
I love it. And we also have a treat for you before you go, because I don't know if you guys know this. You guys have probably been waiting. Because every day I tell them about the national holiday. And today is actually Vanilla Cupcake Day. Did you know that?
No.
And so Lucky Ducks, we have some treats for you guys. I'll give you guys some vanilla cupcakes before you take off.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Thank you.
It is Vanilla Cupcake Day. So either you can come out to Hy-Vee and grab yourself a 6-pack, or there's boxes that you can maybe do that at home with the kiddos when they get out of school or something. Make some cupcakes, because it is National Vanilla Cupcake Day.
Cool.
So thank you again for coming on. I hope that you have great success at your open house that's coming up. Remind them when the open house is one last time before we leave.
Open house is at 1100 Calhoun Street, First Church United, West Liberty, 4 o'clock till 5 or 6, however late it needs to go, we'll be there.
Yep, awesome.
For this Thursday.
Yep, this
November
Thursday.
12th.
Yep. Looking forward to it. Thank you again for joining.
You're welcome.
I
It's our
appreciate
pleasure.
it.
Thank
Yes,
you.
and I'll make sure that you guys get a cupcake before you go.
Okay, thank you.
All right. So, a few more things to talk about before you guys let us go for the day. But don't forget about that open house. How important, how awesome that that's coming up. Some other things, just a reminder, tomorrow is Veterans Day. So make sure you guys come for that breakfast. If you are a veteran or if you know a veteran, get them in your car and bring them out for the drive-through breakfast. That will start at 6 a.m. tomorrow. Also, we're all thinking about it. Thanksgiving's literally right around the corner. And showing the CBI aisle cam right now. Awesome. People getting things ready. The store is turning into a holiday paradise, so you know that it's coming. Make sure you're prepared either by coming out and grabbing those groceries ahead of time, or if you're anything like me, and I've told you guys this already, but I can't really cook. It's not a secret to my family and friends, but I'm letting you guys all in on that too. And the holiday dinners that are made and ready, you literally pick them up and go. There are different size options, so whether you're, have a bigger family or whether it's just a couple of you, those options are available. Super awesome. And these order forms are here at Hy-Vee. I think you can also order them online, so easy peasy if you're not heading out this way, which you all should be, because tomorrow morning someone's either going to come out here as a veteran or they're going to stick a veteran in their car, willingly. Don't force them, but yes. Get them in your car and bring them out for that breakfast, either before work. I mean, it starts at 6 a.m., so you have plenty of time to get that done before having to be at work, or it goes clear until 10 o'clock. So we are looking forward to honoring our veterans tomorrow. I'm really looking forward to that. So tons of great things going on. Looking forward to that, and looking forward to all of you guys seeing all the action tomorrow. We will have a camera out there to show you all the action that's going on, and it will be very easy for you guys to know where to go once you get to the parking lot. So your only job is just to get to the parking lot tomorrow for the Veterans Day breakfast, and we look forward to serving you and to honoring our veterans. So thank you so much for joining us today, and I look forward to seeing you tomorrow. But until then, remember that kindness is free, so spread that stuff wherever you go.